Happy Friday. I wasn't going to do a show today. I was going to actually take the day off. But, I watch the news and I get upset. I'm 80 years old. So, yes, I remember things how they were years ago. But I'm able to accept change where a lot of people are not. Yeah, technology, I'm a dummy when it comes to technology. Okay? And the more people try to help me, the worse that it gets. So, folks, I want to talk to you about common sense. I'm watching Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Trump's whole cabinet doing everything that they said they would do. Doing everything that they said would help all Americans. This is not just for MAGA, what he's doing. The tax cuts he's doing, the biggest tax cuts for the middle class in history. And people want to complain. You folks, do you have common sense? I heard Senator Kennedy say, there is no common sense in Washington, D.C. I'm sorry, Senator Kennedy. I agree with that, but I agree there's no common sense in America because people don't know what they want. We no longer have a Democratic Party. It's a liberal party, and I don't consider them Democrats, even though they got the name Democrat. Let's talk of all these trillions of dollars that the Biden administration, yes, the Biden administration, he increased it $6 or $7 trillion after Trump left office. 6 to 7 trillion. I can't remember the exact number. I'm sure some of you might know it. Okay? Folks, I live on a budget. I'm sure you live on a budget. Your husband, wife, children, you make X number of dollars, and you got to allocate your money. And sometimes you have to go without things, correct? Well, this is what Elon Musk is doing. And the first thing he's doing, he's getting rid of all that nonsense that Biden had on. Trillions of dollars. People don't know what trillions are. They can't comprehend it. People cannot comprehend billions. You could comprehend how much your paycheck is, how much you take home at the end of the week. That's what you can comprehend. You have to make budgets, and you have to use common sense when you make your budget. You know how long the swamp has been going on in Washington, D.C.? Holy crap, you see the stupid things? Those companies were made up. Now, Trump this morning put it mildly that there might have been kickbacks. He was very mild. Okay, very presidential he has become too. I give this guy a lot of credit. All right, he's like my age, and he goes 24 hours a day. He doesn't stop because he's got something that he wants to finish, and he wants to make America great for all Americans, not just MAGA supporters, like a lot of people think. Schumer, Pelosi, Jeffries, did you see them yesterday? Crying like little babies because Elon Musk is cleaning the swamp. What? Folks, you've heard me say this before. These congressmen and senators go into office, all right, and in a very short time they become multimillionaires. That doesn't happen by their salary that they receive from us taxpayers, I think it's like 170,000 a year. Okay? You don't become a multimillionaire with that. Yeah, it's a good pay job, okay? But you don't become a multimillionaire. We should be getting along as a nation. But the liberals are dividing us. They constantly divide because they don't have no common sense. And Trump has found out about all this money they've been stealing from us Americans. That's our money. That's money we pay in the taxes. I got to write a check for my taxes right now when I get through here. Okay? And I'm sure you all pay your taxes. And we expect something in return. We expect safety. We expect our children to have better educations. We expect to pay reasonable prices in the grocery store and at the gas station. All that there increased with Joe Biden. Folks, I did a lot of analyzing on this here. There had to be enormous kickbacks. Because when you're talking this kind of money, okay, you give $5 million to Guatemala for for a play on transsexuals. First of all, I doubt if that play was ever developed, ever happened. Okay? It took somebody to fly to Guatemala to open that company. It took somebody to open up a bank account. And it took somebody from one of those agencies to send the money to that bank account. Now, from that bank account, where did the money go? And who did it go to? I sure hope that the Trump administration investigates that. Find out everybody who took any money from any of those funds. Because they robbed. I've been saying it for a long time. Nobody wants to believe me. Okay? You want to call me names because I supported Trump. Okay? I had a lot of people unfollowing me because I'm a Trump. I love Trump. Okay? Because I love his ideas. I love what he's doing. He's genuinely trying to help this country become a better country. And he wants to get more money in your pocket. Now, look at these people. You got a job? Or do you work for yourself? If you work for yourself, you're entitled to work at your home. The pandemic, okay, and I'll blame Joe Biden here again. And I blame my stupid, ignorant governor here in California, Governor Newsom, of closing down everything, putting businesses out of business, and everything else they done. We're still feeling the effects of that pandemic, folks. And it's going to happen for a while. Now, these people had jobs in Washington. Because of the pandemic, they had to work from home. Okay, I understand that. Pandemic's over. Go back to the office. That's what you're being paid for. No, they want to stay home. They don't want to go to the office. All right, you don't want to go to the office? Trump offers them 8 months pay. And they can go out and find another job. And they're arguing. They don't want that. No, they want to stay at home and keep their job. And their benefits and everything that you and I pay for. I know. I've had businesses, I've employed people. They never worked from their home. They came to my office and worked from there. That's what having a job is about. But they're crying about that. I never seen so many crybabies in my life than we got here in the United States of America. we, as Donald Trump said, we're last in the world on education. We're on the bottom of the totem pole. This is the United States of America. We should be on top. We should be on top. I have a lot of friends from Europe and other countries. They know more about the history of the United States than the citizens of this country. Now, I'm an older guy. Does anybody remember when you saw President Trump with the Prime Minister of Japan this morning? You see how well Japan and the United States get along? You see how well we support each other? With everything. But did you know, in December 7th, 1941, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor? Yeah, maybe you saw the movie, but you didn't know the movie took place in real life. December 7th. That was a hell of a war, folks. Terrible war. Hundreds of thousands of people died. I'm going to read you something that I pulled out. How did that war end? That war ended when President Truman took office in 1945. He studied it. And yes, you all heard about the bomb being made there in Las Vegas, whatever they called it. But on August 6, 1945, we dropped the first atom bomb on Hiroshima. And then on August 9th, we dropped the second one in Nagasaki. We destroyed and obliterated the entire cities, folks. That ended the war. Now, I'm going to take a moment, because a lot of you don't know your history, okay? All right, after President Roosevelt died on April 12, 1945, it became Harry Truman's job to decide how to end the war. He had to think a lot of things. These Japanese, trust me, they were crazy. You know what a kamikaze pilot was? They would fly their plane, if they're flying, and just fly it right into the building, blow up themselves and the entire building or entire city. That's what a kamikaze was. Upon becoming president, Harry Truman learned of the Manhattan Project, a secret scientific effort to create an atomic bomb. After a successful test of the weapon, Truman issued the Potsdam Declaration demanding the unconditional surrender of the Japanese government, warning of prompt and utter destruction. 11 days later, on August 6, 1945, having received no reply, an American bomber called the Enola Gay left the Tinian Island en route toward Japan. In the belly of the bomber was Little Boy, an atomic bomb. It was dropped at 8:15 a.m. on Hiroshima time. Little Boy was dropped. The result was approximately 80,000 deaths in a few minutes. 80,000. On August 9, 1945, another bomber was en route to Japan, only this time they were heading for Nagasaki with Fat Man, another atomic bomb. And after the first minute of dropping, Fat Man, 39,000 men, women, and children were killed. 25,000 more were injured. That's how we ended the war. We had to take a position. Truman was strong, like Trump is strong. They don't take no bullshit. But look at today, Japan's our friend. But now you talk to these liberals, if you voted for Trump, they don't even want to have a cup of coffee with you. Or they won't go to their family dinners. They got no common sense, folks. They got to be morons. Something maybe worse than morons. But aren't you disgusted? Because, I'm 80 years old. I don't know how much time I got left on this earth. I hope I'm planning on 25 more years. I don't know. Could be tomorrow I could be gone. Whatever it is, it is. And I know this country will never go back. We don't go backward. We got to go forward. But our country has been going backwards on everything. We should be number one in the world on everything. But we have a lazy country. Lazy people. They don't want to go to work, but they want their pay. Are you serious? Really? Am I right or wrong, folks? Thank you, Francis Franchiotti. How are you? Yeah, he bring him back. He got rid of woke, got rid of DEI, DII. I'm going to tell you, I live in Hollywood. I'm in the entertainment business. Did you know that the movie production is down 40%? 40%, folks. There's a lot of actors can't get a job because no movies be made. Donald Trump put John Boyd, Sylvester Stallone, and Mel Gibson and made them ambassadors. That's a title, but doesn't give them any power in Hollywood. Not yet anyways, and if it's going to come, I don't know. It has to come with money to be able to make films. It takes money to make a film, folks. It's a big, long, creative process. I know. I've been involved in a lot of movies over the years. My movie's in the process of being made. We got a major production company that likes it. They gave me an actor's name this morning. But, I'm waiting for the papers to see what I'm going to get. I can guarantee you it's not going to be what I thought I would get. Because we had a higher budget planned. But they got a lower budget plan. So what do? Do I be an idiot and say, I'm going to wait for a higher one and sit here and not get a movie made? Because you get a movie made today, you're very lucky. So I got to accept whatever it is. And whatever it is more than I have now. So I take it, then I go on. But Hollywood, you get to these $100 million, $200 million films, people robbing money there, just like Biden was robbing. So it's happening. You're right, Bob. Movies are terrible since COVID. Okay? And look at, okay? They shut down our country. They shut down our movie theaters. And guess what that did? People are saying, hey, I can sit home and watch my own television. So they don't go to the movies. My friend George Gallo, who wrote and directed my movie, has a movie coming out the end of this month called Comeback Trail, starring De Niro, Morgan Freeman, Zach Braff, whole slew, great cast. It's a funny movie. I seen it. I said, George, how many theaters are going to be going in? He says, Ori, goes into any theater, it's going to be a couple hundred theaters. A couple hundred. And I guarantee it'll only be in theaters for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks at the top. And then it's going directly to streaming. My other dear friend, Nick Pileggi, who wrote Goodfellas, Casino, and a whole slew of others, he's got a major motion picture with De Niro called Alto Nights. De Niro is playing both Frank Costello and Vito Genovese. It's coming out March 21st. I asked Nick the other day, I said, Nick, I saw the trailer, because the trailer is available on YouTube if you want to see it. And I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I said, I see Frank Costello and Vito Genovese sitting at a table in New York. I said, I see the same guy at each side of the table, and I hear the same voice coming from two. I said, I don't think that show's too good. Okay? He agreed. I said, Nick, how many theaters are you going to be in? Now, this is a Warner Brother film. Normally, a film like that would go out to maybe 3,000 or more theaters. He says, Ori, I'm not even sure it's going to go into theaters. It might go right to streaming. So streaming is the new king in Hollywood. So there you are. You got these major motion pictures. I drive around Los Angeles, and I'm sure you see it in your town. Okay, I see movies coming out. It says limited theater release, right to streaming. Yeah. So the movie industry has changed drastically. It will never be what it was. You're not going to have major stars like you had in the old days, okay? Because you got a lot of people working. You got a lot of actors and actresses in this town. And you can make movies very cheaply if you want to today. It's not the cost of paying off all these people, all right? Because Hollywood basically became like the government did, all right? Overinflating the price of making a film, and a lot of producers were able to pocket extra money, okay? It's a simple equation. But it's legal. But what Biden did is not legal. Not in my book. Not having these companies all around the world for such stupid things. And go back to Hollywood. I know a lot of top producers and directors. And are they happy that there's no more DEI, is it? DIE, whatever that is. The woke thing is gone. Yeah, they're happy. But the destruction's already taken place. And the reason why they're not making movies is because if they want Francis in a movie and Francis be able to play the part real well, all right, the money people say, well, wait, you got to put this person over here because of you got to have a color, you got to have a gay, you got to have a transgender. That's not how these writers are making the movies, okay? But now that's what they got to do. So these liberals have made it very tough and have destroyed our country. And now they want to cry the blues because we're taking away their money. Yeah, Schumer, Pelosi, Jeffries, you all know who you are. You all know who you are. Adam Schiff, the most disgusting guy we've ever had in any political office. And Joe Biden gives him a pardon. Joe Biden gives his family a pardon. Look, none of us even know all his family members, but he gave it a pardon. Now, why do you give a pardon to somebody that's supposed to be upstanding and didn't do nothing wrong? The only reason you get that pardon is because they did do something wrong. Okay? Maybe his cousin, he had money flow to his cousin, he gives his cousin a few bucks, and his cousin gives him the rest. Okay? It's follow the money. And eventually, if they go and do this, if they do that, they're going to find quite a few people informing. And this case will melt real quickly and come to fruition. Yes, we do need term limits. Okay? Nancy Pelosi, what is she, 100 years old? She's running again? Yeah. So she could know what stocks to invest in. Because she knows by the bills what company is going to affect and what company is going to be good for and what company stocks are going to increase. So she could pick her stocks and she could make another $20, $40 million. You know, folks, I'm throwing millions of dollars around. I don't know about you. I don't have millions. Okay? I'm no different than you are. But we're hearing millions, billions, and trillions. People don't understand what a trillion is. People are concerned what's in their pocket. What food could they put on the table? You know, I went shopping this morning. I got coupons in the mail. I used the coupons. I got $1 off here. I got 50 cents off over here. And I bought no eggs. Eggs, they got them at Pavilion Market. $14.95 a dozen. Folks, I'm not buying eggs at that price. I'll tell you that right now. Okay? And they're saying it's because there's a shortage because of the bird flu. Might be true, might not be. I don't know what the true answer is. Okay? Or maybe it's just another way of increasing the prices. Because Trump will be bringing them down. It's going to take him a while. And you got to understand, you need common sense to understand his strategy and all the things that he wants to do. What he wants to do is not an overnight cure. Okay? To fix the past is going to take a while. So he's got a long-term strategy that's going to benefit every single person, no matter who you voted for. He doesn't care who you voted for. It's going to help you. You voted for Kamala Harris, what Trump's doing is going to help you. You voted for him, it's going to help you equally. Equally. I love this Pam Bondi. First of all, I think she's a beautiful girl, and you know me, I like women. Okay? Yeah, this, I went and bought a steak. I bought a steak today at Pavilions. And I feel like I got a really good deal. The steak was $16, okay, for a ribeye. About 3/4 of a pound, something like that there. All right? But you could pay a lot more for it, too. You got to be careful what you go in the grocery store and what you're going to buy. We have to budget our money. So you should not be upset that Elon Musk is doing what he's doing. He's not taking a penny. He's not taking no work. He doesn't want nothing for what he's doing because he loves this country. And that's what it's about, folks. That's what it's about. The Democrats ambushed the education department. Trump wants to make it the state responsibility. It should be. And if I had children, I would move out of California. I would not have my children educated here. Thank God all my children were educated and went to college in New York. Except my youngest son, he went to college down in Florida. Okay? But he went to junior college in New York. But that was years ago. Today, it's different. Now, California is another country, Michael Wenzel said over here. You're correct, Michael. And you know what? I wish it would just cut off and divide itself from the rest of the United States. And then, what are they going to do? Where is Newsom and the other politicians going to rob money? Now they got rob money from themselves. That would hurt them very much because there's $26 billion missing that was supposed to be for the homeless people. I live in Beverly Hills. They're in Beverly Hills now, homeless people. Actually, I just got a thing in the mail. They're looking for volunteers to count the homeless. We never had them in Beverly Hills. We got them here. You got them all over Los Angeles like you can't believe. And they're not going no place. All right? And Karen Bass and Governor Newsom are not doing anything to get them off the streets because they get money. People donate money. They get money from the government to get them off the streets. You know how many buildings they overpay? Apartment buildings. I'm not talking a building. I'm talking apartment building, high-rises, that they purchased and paid over value for to put the homeless in. And there's not one homeless living in any of those buildings. Not one. They're still on the street. Somebody said earlier, let's put the homeless to work. I'm willing to bet a lot of them will go to work and be able to get a pay every Friday. Okay? And they could become citizens again. All right? They could have pride and feel good about themselves. And that's the idea. Make people feel good about themselves. And if we all feel good about ourselves, then we can help other people. We can help other people become happy. All right, they come back to you tenfold, but the world will be a happier place. Well, folks, I went on a rampage here today, but, I urge you all, study your history. Read. People don't read today. And I'm going to tell you again, I have a book, The Accidental Gangster, from insurance salesman to Hollywood fixer. Do you know, folks, I have never increased the price of my book, but my costs have gone up. Printing costs have gone up. Paper has gone up. My book is still only $29.95. And if you go to my website, I really appreciate it if you would do that. It's right up there in my profile. Go to my website, order the book, and you get an autographed copy directly from me. And folks, I don't have a secretary. I don't have none of that. I do it all myself. I write the envelope out. I go to the post office. I do it all myself, folks. And you know why I do things myself? because I know if I do it, it's going to get done. Francis, thank you very much. I hope you go to my website and purchase the book, and I hope you all do. You know, people call me. I talked to somebody today. They love my book, and you will hear my voice come off the pages as you read it. And I'll guarantee you, you read the first page, you're not going to want to stop. You're going to want to keep going. Jennifer Myers, Lucky Luciano's daughter. I'm trying to figure out. At first, I thought you were Sandra Meyer Lansky's daughter. When I first wrote to you, Jennifer. Okay, and I'm thinking to myself. So I called my friend Nick Pileggi. He said, no, Ori, because I ordered, Sandra's got a book. Sandra wrote a book about her and her father, Meyer Lansky, who I knew. Okay? And you see, there's something about Meyer in my book, as well as Frank Costello and a lot of famous gangsters that I knew in my day and my time. Okay? They're all here. So, hi, David, Mac. I want to thank you all for coming here today. I hope that with what I was able to share with you, you could share it with others. If you see my video, go to my video here. Okay, I would appreciate you giving it a like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. And please share this video with others, folks. Okay? Let's make this world a better place. And together we could do it. No matter what color you are, no matter what political party you belong to, we together can make this world a better place. Thank you, folks. And as usual, all my love and respect to you all. Have a great day. It's Super Bowl Sunday coming up. I'll be watching it from right here. Okay? And I hope you all have a great day. Thank you all for coming. God bless.